Brunch with Bernie. Senator Bernie Sanders with us. And Senator, welcome.
Good to be with you, Tom.
And you have a guest with us.
We do, and I hope he's on the line. Is Ray LaHood on?
I'm on.
Hey, Ray. Tom, Ray LaHood is our Secretary of Transportation. He was appointed by President Obama when the president took office. In my view, Ray is doing a great job, and one of the reasons I'm so proud of the work that he is doing is over and over again, and I'm on the Environment and Public Works Committee, and we hear Ray a lot, is he keeps making the point that in our country we must rebuild our crumbling infrastructure to make our nation more productive and to create the jobs that we need in this terrible, terrible recession. So without further ado, let me introduce Ray LaHood, our Secretary of Transportation. Ray, thanks a lot for being with us.
An honor to have you with us,
Senator. And Tom, thank you for letting us participate in your show today. Since Labor Day, I've been to, I think, 11 states. I gave a speech at the National Press Club yesterday. I gave a speech at a forum at the Washington Post put on today. And what I've been talking about is trying to get friends and neighbors to work around the country. The quickest way to do that is for the Congress to pass the American Jobs Act, which would put thousands of people to work building roads and bridges and rebuilding transit systems and runways. And so we're going to spend the next several weeks traveling the country. Next week I'll be on the road 4 days out of 5, and with the message that Congress needs to pass a jobs bill. And if they do that, people will go to work.
Ray, let me ask you this. How serious is the problem facing our infrastructure today?
Well, there are a couple hundred bridges that are in need of repair. They're still open, but many of them, if they don't get the kind of repair that is needed and the money that is needed to fix them up, they could close, like the one between Indiana and Kentucky that I was at that was closed, and now it'll take 2 years to fix it. We're going to provide some money, and the two states are too, but it's causing big headaches. And we know that transit systems all over the country are in repair or in bad disrepair and need new train cars and new infrastructure. And we need to provide the funds for that. We know that our highways are in a state of disrepair, and we have projects that are ready to go, and most importantly, we have thousands of workers that are ready to go to work rebuilding America's infrastructure. We have not had a transportation bill for 2.5 years, and as a result, we're kind of spinning our wheels here, not really making much progress.
Ray, my understanding is that if we are serious about putting people to work, in fact, the fastest way to do that is start investing in our roads and our bridges and in public transportation. Is that your understanding?
That's right, Senator. When you all cast your vote for the Economic Recovery Plan 2 years ago, DOT received $48 billion. We created 65,000 jobs with 15,000 projects with $48 billion. We put people to work for 2 years. People went to work in good-paying jobs, rebuilding America's roads, rebuilding American bridges, rebuilding America's runways, beginning the implementation of a high-speed rail program that'll put, again, people to work, building the infrastructure for that. That $48 billion was spent in 2 years. If you all in the Congress were to pass the American Jobs Act, thousands of people would go to work during the construction season next year. Contractors would have a real good feeling that the money was going to be there to do the projects that they want to do, to hire the people to do them. We know what we're doing here. We've proved that over the last 2 years we can do it. We need the resources, and people need jobs.
Let me just chime in here to tell you, just in my small state of Vermont, just under 1/3 of Vermont's bridges are either structurally deficient or functionally obsolete, and in my small state, it is estimated that it will cost over $1 billion to make the bridge repairs that we need. That's one small state, and it gives you an example of what's going on around the country. Ray, let me ask you this. My understanding is that China today is spending about 9% of its GDP on infrastructure. They're building high-speed rail. We spend about 2.2%, and our infrastructure is deteriorating. If we continue along this path, what does it tell you about the future of America?
Well, we are being outcompeted on infrastructure by our by other countries in a way that has given us a very, very low rating for our ability to keep up with the infrastructure needs in America. The $50 billion that the President has proposed in the American Jobs Act would at least get us in the ball game. We wouldn't be able to catch up. The way we catch up is for Congress to pass a transportation bill. In the past, transportation has always been bipartisan. Transportation bills have always passed with well over 300 votes, in some cases almost 400 votes. When I was in Congress and served on the Transportation Committee, we did pass 2 transportation bills with almost 400 votes in the House because everybody recognized that roads and bridges need to be maintained, need to be fixed up, and that it puts friends and neighbors to work all over America. With 9.1% unemployment and so many people out of work, everybody in this country knows somebody that's unemployed. Every family has some family member that's unemployed. The Congress passing the American Jobs Act, the Congress passing a surface transportation bill, will put these people to work.
Ray, let me ask you this. Why is it
of transportation? We put people to work.
I agree with everything you said. I would go further, actually, than the President put more money into infrastructure. But let me ask you this. Why, in your judgment, are we not getting any support or virtually no support from the Republicans when they have got to go back home, drive the roads, see the bridges, see their inadequate public transportation? Why are we getting virtually no support from Republicans?
Well, I think in part it's because we're 13 months away from President Obama's re-election, and some people don't want to give the president a transportation victory, and so even though people are hurting around America, they don't want to put people to work, so they can, for some political upsmanship, think that it'll hurt the president's chances of re-election. That's the only way that I can think of it. There were a group of people that were elected in the last election that came here to do nothing. They've done nothing, and what we need is a group of people from both parties to come together the way that Congress has always done and pass an infrastructure bill that puts people to work.
Well, to me, and I agree with Ray absolutely. I don't know how anybody from any state in America can go home and say we should not be investing in our roads, in our bridges, in rail, in school construction, in our water systems and our wastewater plants, many of which are in serious disrepair all over America. This is not rocket science. Everybody knows that is true. So I just want to thank Ray LaHood very much, our Secretary of Transportation, for being very aggressive on this important issue.
Thank you, Senator. Thanks for your leadership.
And Secretary, thank you for being on our program today. It's an honor.